After several costly victories, I'm sad to say my Battletech campaign came to an end because of bankruptcy. But thankfully, this is a video game and I can restart whenever I want. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. There's a lot to discuss, so let's get right into it. As I'm sure I've already mentioned, I failed at my last Battletech playthrough attempt, but I've started up a new campaign, got myself all caught up. I'm about 20 days behind where we were in the previous campaign, but so much is different and I'm excited to share the changes that I've made. The biggest difference in what we were doing previously is our mech construction. We've pretty much augmented everything. Even the little locust is different from what it used to be. So we're just going to go through the lineup pretty quickly and talk about the changes, why I made them, and why they've been working a lot better. So we'll start off with the tried and true Blackjack that was piloted by Glitch previously. Now she wound up dying, but she's come back to life and she hasn't died yet. So hopefully we can keep her alive. So the Blackjack before, it had double AC 5s and a couple of medium lasers, and it had a lot of trouble with heat, and overall its damage output wasn't the greatest. I've swapped things around. We've got a large laser, 2 medium laser, an AC2 plus, and 2 small lasers, as well as some jump jets and heat sinks to manage the temperature. So the large laser and the AC2 work pretty well together. Their effective ranges are similar, with the AC2 having a superior maximum range. The medium lasers and the large laser also sync up pretty well, so we have a nice sweet spot where we can get pretty good chances to hit with all of our weapons, but ideally we can sit the Blackjack at longer ranges and just fire constantly, and it feels very comfortable. We also don't have to worry as much about heat with this guy. It will overheat if we fire too much, but generally speaking we're only going to be firing the large laser and the AC2, and I haven't had too much trouble with heat management because of that. This other stuff is just in case some craziness happens. If somebody gets up in our grill, we do have the tools to deal with them. Next up is the Vindicator, and this thing has been giving me some great success since I changed up the loadout. We got rid of the trusty PPC, swapped it out for 2 medium lasers, and now we have a grand total of 5 of those bad boys, as well as a small laser and an SRM-4. We've got pretty much maxed out armor on all of our components except for the center torso and the legs, but the strategy for this guy is to march forward, fire everything, march forward, continue firing everything. We've got pretty decent heat efficiency. The only time we really start to overheat is if we use our jump jets, but just walking forward and firing those lasers, especially if we're in a cold biome, we get a lot of damage out. It's a total of 125 if all of the lasers hit. If the SRM-4 hits, that's adding 32 more damage, and the small laser is another 20. So this thing is a damage powerhouse. I had a weird relationship with the Shadowhawk the way I had him set up before. We had a lot of long-range missiles and an AC-5. This time I've changed it up to short-range missiles, medium lasers, and the AC-5. So this guy can operate on any place in the battlefield and he'll do well. He's got a very strong punch with these short-range missiles and the medium lasers, so we do want to get him in close, but if we can't get super close, we can still hammer at people with the AC-5. So it's all about flexibility for this guy. He does not have any jump jets, so he's not going to be as mobile as the rest of the crew that we have, but he's going to pack that punch if he can get in. Last and most certainly least, we're going to look at the Locust. We don't have any other light mechs that we're going to field on our next mission, but this guy has been putting in work, man. He's very quick on his feet. He's only got 1 jump jet, so he can't reposition all that well, but he can get on top of a ledge if he needs to. With 3 small lasers and a medium laser, he's essentially an assassin. If somebody has a component exposed, he can run in and just concentrate his fire. If he can get around to the back, if that has a little bit of armor, we can blow that off pretty easily. But this Locust has been working wonders on the weaker vehicles and mechs with exposed bits, and building up those 4 points of evasion has helped him survive. He's also got a decent amount of armor considering he only weighs 20 tons. Got 40 on all the parts of the torso, the center having 50, and the arms with 30 each. That's a decent amount. He can survive some of the lighter weapons in the game, like the AC2s, medium lasers. He can shake those off and continue running around being a little bug boy. So with all of that out of the way, we're going to head into a contract and see how awesome this new setup is. Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk about the mechs because I just did that, but I will tell you which mech warrior is inside of which mech. Behemoth is still riding around in the Vindicator. She's got bulwark and evasive movement, just like she had before. Glitch in the Blackjack with multi-target. Medusa is back in the Shadowhawk, also has bulwark and evasive movement. And finally, Decker is in his lightweight Locust with evasive movement and sensor lock. So he's going to play a very strong supportive role until he can find a target to run in and fire all his lasers and get that assassination. So let's get out there, and we're doing an ambush convoy type mission and put in some work, man. I'm very excited. We're tracking Merrick supply convoys that have been delivering weapons and explosives to a self-appointed warlord here in Detroit. In return, his fighters have been wreaking havoc on local government facilities in the region. We need you to interdict the convoy and destroy it. They're going to be lightly armored targets, Commander. The real challenge will be keeping them from making a run for it. So it's a good thing we have the agile mech under Decker's command. He can cut them off at the pass and probably get killed in the process. This will be fun. Alright, let's move up, get eyes on the targets, and intercept them. Then we'll extract at the designated location. Good hunting, Commander. Thank you very much. So this is the extraction point. This is where the convoy is. We can probably intercept them by moving up on this hill. So what I'm going to try to do is get the Blackjack on top of the hill, because they have the long-range weapons and they can rain death from above. Everybody else can probably keep boots on the ground, especially the Vindicator, and just try and steamroll and apply as much pressure as possible. The Shadowhawk will follow closely behind the Vindicator, and we'll sort of play that one by ear. And for the Locust, I'll try to keep him as far out of harm's way as possible. We'll do a little bit of scouting, though. We'll run him off in the opposite direction into the forest. If I can get early vision on the convoy, that'll be great.
Our target is within sensor range.
And just like that, we got early vision on the convoy.
Give them everything you've got.
As expected, they do have one light mech. Convoy does not seem like it's so big. The light mech that we have to deal with is a spider, so that's going to be easy pickings, I imagine. And it doesn't have a lot of armor, so we may even get a one-shot on it. I'm tempted to just run up with Decker and try to get him, but we can't get into range for our small lasers, so we'll just reserve him for now and see if one of our other mechs can pick him off. Ooh, they've got a PPC coming from deep, and Decker's going to take a shot right in the chest. Very unfortunate. Well, it was in the arm. Alright, that's a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. But now we can definitely use the support style for Decker. But what we'll do is make sure that we have evasion before we start supporting. So we're going to jump to... No, we're not going to jump. We're just going to move because our jump is pathetic. So we're going to do that to get our evasion back, and then we'll sensor lock on the spider and finish him off with somebody else. That PPC hurt, though. I'm hoping they don't have too many more of those. Hello, buddy. So that got rid of the evasion, and we're going to squash that spider with a newspaper.
What can I do for
What
you?
newspaper are we going to use? I think Glitch will probably be the best option because she can get in range. I don't think any of our other guys can really get into range. Maybe Behemoth? Yes, actually, well, no, his shot percentages are a bit low, but either way, we've got multiple shots that we can take, so we don't really have to worry about this. So we'll start off with the Blackjack, and if we get a nice exposed component, then maybe we'll precision shot. We've got an 80 and a 75 here, so I think this will be this could be a kill. Let's try it out. No kill, but we destroyed an arm. That's fine, and we've got a piece of structure exposed, so the next shot that we take should be a kill confirmed.
I've got something.
Now those vehicles are going to hammer away at us, so we definitely want to take those guys out as quickly as possible. I think Decker will be important for eliminating the vehicles. So we're seeing the versatility of the Shadowhawk coming into play with this next shot, because we're out of range. We're a bit too far for the short-range missiles and the medium laser, but the AC-5 still packing a hefty punch. But even so, I'm going to fire everything. But the fact that I have this high percentage hit on the AC-5, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel flexible. So let's fire away. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Unfortunately, the AC-5 didn't hit the component that was already exposed, but we did destroy it with some of our missiles, so that was nice. Not getting the kill yet, though. We've got one more opportunity to attempt it, or rather, we do not have an opportunity because Behemoth in the Vindicator is too far away. So what I'll do with her is sprint her closer to the road. So if the convoy... Well, that was the wrong button. But I'll move her closer to the road so that she can intercept the convoy if they push forward. And let's see what the enemies are going to do. Firing at the Shadowhawk. You know, after seeing the LRM-60, there's nothing that can really scare me anymore in this game. Yeah. What am I worried about 10 little missiles before? I've seen 60 missiles fly at my face several times. I've got nerves of steel right now. The Shadowhawk is taking a beating. All of its armor is holding out, though. We're still in the white for everything, so that's pretty good. The damage is getting spread pretty evenly across the mech. This is interesting, though. The vehicle moved right next to the spider on top of the hill. We may have an opportunity to get a very juicy multi-target.
Yes, Commander.
What I'll do is reserve Decker again. He's in cover. He's got 3 points of evasion. He shouldn't get hit. And we do have another mech moving. It's another lightweight. It was that lightweight mech that had the PPC, and that one is going to hit the Shadowhawk. That's really for us. Alright, we're taking a bit of a beating, but I feel very comfortable with this because we have all the tools at our disposal to take these guys out. Ah, that's perfect. We can jump into position where we should have eyes on both the vehicle and the spider, and with multi-target, I imagine we'll be able to take them out. And what do we got? Yeah, we can just do one shot on each of them. So we'll send the AC-2 to the spider. There we go. We'll send the AC-2 to the spider and the large laser to the striker.
No problem. I've got enough guns for everyone.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Target eliminated. Structure exposed on the striker as well, so we can finish that off with Decker pretty easily. Now we can just run in and pew it. Even if we can't get in range for our small laser, we should probably be able to kill it, but I'm going to leave Decker where he is for now and continue marching up with Behemoth. This time I will sprint correctly into some cover, and then in the next turn we'll see the true power of her 5 medium lasers and the small laser if we can get into range for that. I don't imagine the convoy is going to make it, though, unless they get headshots on all of my guys several times in a row. We got this in the bag. This is significantly easier from the mission that caused us to go bankrupt, but still, we're doing well now.
Waiting for orders.
Why don't we try and scout out that PPC boy and see what he's using? Because, man, he's causing us some grief. What is that? That's the left arm, right? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll run over here. We'll get nice and squared up with him.
On it.
That'll reveal him, and I'm probably just going to brace. It is a Panther. Yeah, we're just going to brace with Decker. That's fine. That's totally fine. So Decker right now is a pretty tempting target for the AI. I imagine, even if they don't have a sensor lock, he's the closest one. And he's probably within the effective range for everybody. So he might die today, but he also might go down in a blaze of glory. Hopefully he doesn't go down in a blaze of glory. Hopefully there's just glory and no blaze. That's what we want.
On my way.
We're probably going to miss. I'm going to fire everything because YOLO. There we go. Wasted a bunch of ammo, but it's fine. We don't have to pay for that stuff. If you had to pay for every piece of ammunition that you fired, this game would be so much more hardcore than it already is. I mean, it's there are so many considerations to make already that having to worry about the financial side effect of wasting ammunition would drive me insane. Oh, Decker, tuck and roll, tuck and roll. I mean, it's not all that bad. It's just an arm.
Damage, Commander.
And honestly, the Locust is not going to get fielded that much more because I have a much stronger light mech for Decker to start operating. I got another Panther, and as soon as that is finished being equipped, the Locust is going to get sidelined, probably indefinitely. It's good in the early game, but it falls off pretty considerably. I'm going to reserve him again because I imagine the Panther is going to move, and then I'll use Decker to purge the fresh evasion. PPC shot coming out. This time it's going to miss, thank goodness. Those things are really hurting. Alright, now we're gonna do the same kind of order of operations that we did before. We're gonna move to trigger the evasion, then we'll sensor lock, and the rest of the team will take out the Panther. We might be able to get it down in one turn, but it is a bit more heavily armored than the Spider that we took down, so it's really a roll of the dice. Now this convoy is pretty dense. We've got 4 vehicles here. So until Glitch is up close and personal, it's going to be tricky. Now we can move to this position and have line of sight on 2 targets so we can multi-target again. Maybe, can I get close enough to use my medium lasers? No. But this is what I was talking about with the heat management. Firing just the large laser and the AC-2 does not stress out the mech at all. If I was in range for the medium lasers, then yes, I would be pushing it to its limits. But for right now, it's a very, very comfortable situation, and I'm firing every single turn with the big guns, and that's what we want here. So we get the A and the B, and do the same thing that we did before.
Got it.
Got some structure exposed, damaged the leg. Let's see if we can get a one-shot, one-kill on the striker.
Primary target is damaged, Commander.
No.
Keep it up.
Just a little bit of armor shred on it. Nothing major. You know, what's really fascinating for me about Battletech is I'm surprised I'm not bored with the game because I've restarted so many times, because I had to go through a couple of missions that are scripted, so there was no surprise with them. But because I was using new loadouts and whatnot and just trying new tactics, the game felt completely fresh and exciting, and that's a really good sign. It has the same sort of feeling that I get when I play XCOM, and you know, I've played the game for like 500 hours, so I know what it is, but it still feels new and exciting. The only thing that I feel holds Battletech back right now is the fact that it doesn't have mod support. If it did, oh, game of the year material. We're gonna fire at the leg, maybe try to get the knockdown. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, we got it. Absolutely. So with that knockdown, we should be able to take this guy out. But yeah, it's the mark of a good strategy game when you feel like you can play it and replay it, even if there are scripted missions, stuff that you've seen before 100%. You know how to game the system, but if you can try new strategies, then things work out. We're just gonna go for the core. We can finish this guy off. Miss. I mean, he's fused with Mother Earth a little bit, but we got the kill. So now at this point, it's probably just going to be a one-shot kill for each of these vehicles. I imagine we can either step on them to get the one-shot kill, or just focus a lot of firepower on them. I'm pretty sure with all the firepower we have on the Shadowhawk and the Blackjack, we can take them out in one go. Especially if we hit the weaker parts of the vehicles. I think the side panels are less armored. Oh no, they're actually pretty hefty. 75 armor on the sides, 80 in the front, 67 in the back. Every time I look at these vehicles, man, I question the practicality of building a giant bipedal mech. I mean, if you can pack 60 LRMs into a vehicle, why the fuck bring a giant robot? You know, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's time to get dirty with Decker. So this is where the Locust shines, running up close and personal, getting a lock with all of its weapons, dealing a grand total of 85 damage. Pew, 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 pew. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the same spot every time. Now we've got to squish one of these things so that it doesn't get away. I think this one that I'm mousing over will potentially escape if we don't squish it. So we're gonna squish it.
Putting my weight into it.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
Just to make sure it's dead, fire the small laser. Now that stomp there exposed our back to that vehicle, but I do put rear armor on my guys. Unfortunately, he took all of it out in one shot, but the back armor was definitely helpful. Having 40 is a comfortable amount. It allows us to make those risky plays and feel a little bit comfortable. But if we got flanked by a mech, maybe something with a bunch of medium lasers, like a hunchback or something, then we might have gotten ruined. But we wound up being okay because it wasn't too serious. So I'm gonna do the sort of same order of operations with glitch. I guess that's my new thing, saying order of operations. But this time we're gonna fire 4 weapons instead of 2. That should be good. We're getting a lot of use out of multi-target. So we'll fire the long-range weapons at B, the mid-range weapons at A. Hopefully we take them both out.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Nope. Completely whiffed. We did expose the structure on this one, though. We'll have Medusa finish it off. Damn, he's got to finish off. Damn! I was expecting more kills. I'm not going to lie to you. Watch me get somebody killed on some dumb shit, because we're doing well, but just we're getting overwhelmed by the sheer number of vehicles. Alright, we've shaved it down by 1. We're fine, we're fine. I'm panicking for no reason.
Got it.
Alright, there we go. The convoy guards are down. Now we just have to kill 2 more vehicles, and we're good to go with the mission. This has got to be terrifying, to be inside of what is essentially a toy car and getting surrounded by several giant robots. I mean, I would drive away too. I wouldn't even try to stop. Is he gonna turn and shoot? Oh, he's brave. He's very brave. I would have just turned on that maximum overdrive and floored it. Must go faster style. You know, from Jurassic Park.
Putting my weight into it.
Leopard inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Girl, you better bring the car around. There's no enemies left.
One more.
Please don't make me walk to the evac zone. Thank you. Better bring the car around. Alright, so that was solid. That was obviously an easier mission than what we've been fighting, but they're gonna get back to the difficulty they were at before very shortly. This was a 1-star. We were dealing with 1.5 and 2 stars most recently. So we'll get there soon enough, but we got a couple more of these easy missions to clean up. And then we'll start putting in the real work again. Now we got to do a couple of repairs, but they shouldn't take too long because it's just minor structural damage. Nobody's arm fell off, so this is fine. Now we didn't get any high quality items, which is always a disappointment, but I will take a PPC and some medium lasers. I'm using a lot more medium lasers in this play attempt. I should take an SRM-6 as well, but I'll see what we get after the confirm. I'll roll the dice on that one. Got 3 LRM-10s and 1 SRM-6. Not bad, not bad. And a bunch of jump jets and a heatsink. I'm actually running low on those as well. So we got a good haul overall. We may even end up selling some of it because we're a bit tight for cash. Lady Arano's contract to liberate Weldry is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you think we're ready. Well, I don't think we're ready right now because we are currently working on stuff. The Centurion is going to take a whopping 58 days to finish, and the Panther 18 days. So it's going to be a long time before I have a squad that is at what I consider the maximum potential. But if we go to the contracts board right now, we've got a 17-day travel time ahead of us and some missions that are paying out pretty well. So we're gonna clean one of these up. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet. Maybe the assassination, because we've done a lot of battle missions lately. And while we're flying there, a lot of repairs are gonna get done. So if we go to the mech bay real quick, we don't have to do any refitting. This repair is only gonna take 2 days, so that's light work. This one is 1 day, that's even lighter. And the final repair on the Locust, that is 1 day. Now we have to shift all of these up in the tasks that we're going to complete. Alright, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start flying to the next planet. I guess before I go I should check the store to make sure they don't have anything that I'll regret missing. No high quality stuff. I regret nothing. So we'll pick up that contract, fly over there, and when we come back we will take care of it. So as always, the name of the game is Battletech. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.